Every time a new Pokemon game comes out, I absolutely love to listen to all the new battle themes and rank them. So let's start with the wild battle music. Now this one has a lot of variations. I love how jazzy it is. I do think this is an improvement on the original X and Y wild battle theme. But it is so close to the original too, it's like a little bit of nostalgia. It also feels a little bit more epic than the original X and Y wild battle music. They really put more oomph into this. Now there's also different variations, like this is the trumpet part here. I will skip ahead because I don't want to listen to the entire 12 minutes, but there's also a saxophone part. And then an accordion part. See, this sounds really French to me. Although I haven't been to France in about 18 years. And there's another saxophone part. And then there's a flute part. Where does this come from? Okay. Okay, to be fair, the flute part does sound like someone's kid just came in and just started like just started doing their own version of this. Like someone brought their 3-year-old into. No, I'm kidding. It's actually really sick. It's really sick. I love the variety in it too. Wait, this guy's actually killing it. Never mind, I take it back. This flute guy's amazing. And the clarinet part. All right, that was really long for the first one, but I felt like we had to listen to all of the different variations so that we could get our full and complete opinion on how we felt about this. Honestly, I felt that this started, you know, it's fine. It's like a remix of the original Wild Battle theme. I was like, like maybe this is a C. But the amount of effort and the amount of different sections that they put into this, and how hard some of those sections go. Honestly, this might be an A tier to start us off. I don't know. I was fully willing and ready to just put this being like, it's just a remix of the Wild Battle theme. It's whatever. It's like COD. Who cares? But no, that was really, really good. They definitely put a lot of effort into that, and I really like that a lot. All right, but next we have, I feel like we should do the regular trainer battle music next. Let's do this one. Okay, that was pretty sick. I wasn't a massive fan of the original battle theme, this battle theme in X and Y. I thought it was fine. Like, it did the job, but it wasn't anything special. Now, they've definitely elevated it a lot in this game. Like, it's so much better. Now, I want to say, when it comes to, like, the tiers here, all of the music in this game is good. It's all good. But there has to be winners and there has to be losers. Because not everything can be A and S. Because then what's the difference between all of these songs here? Are they all equally good? Then maybe they're not all equally good. I appreciate the effort and the variations they put into the Wild Battle theme. And while I do like this, I don't think it reaches that level. It's nice to listen to. But all of the music in the game is nice to listen to. All of the music in the game is going to sound good. Because they always nail the OSTs. So I think as like a baseline, I'm going to put this at C for now. I don't know. My opinion might change. I might come back and I might move it later. I'm going to put that in C for now. So it didn't have the variation that the Wild Battle theme had. And I feel like there's so many better themes in the game, even though that was really good, that we should leave room for things to be better. And now we have the Rival Battles theme. Dude, I love this bit here. That just sends jingles through my brain cells. I don't know how to describe it. It just makes me happy. Wow, this is really good. Again, man, they really did a good job on all these songs, didn't they? I want to place this. I'm conflicted because again, I don't know if this is necessarily better than the trainer theme because the trainer theme was really good. But it just said it put jingles in my brain cells, and I feel like just the act of doing that makes it. It's got to be like at least B for me. For me personally. Now you can also. At home, you can also make your rankings and see how things go. You can, in the comments or in the stream, you can make your rankings and I would see how we differ in opinions. But I mean, this is the kind of theme that I think about when I'm not playing the game. This is the kind of thing that just comes into my head randomly throughout my day when I'm downstairs, like making a kettle and I'm like, it's just got that little piece that just festers. It's a little something worm. They call it like a sound. I don't know what they call it, but it has that, which puts it at least a B to me. I'd also like to give a big shout out to. We're watching all of the videos from the PokeEli YouTube channel, and all of the thumbnails came from the PokeEli YouTube channel. So please go and subscribe to them. They are really, really good for music and having all this stuff documented. And it's a really good place to go to listen to the music. So please subscribe to PokeEli, like I'm doing right now. Boom, hit that like button. And now, the Trainer Battle Royale music. And I swear, the start of this song is ingrained in my brain cells after doing 15 of these bloody things to get the cool secret cutscene. I won't say what it is. There's a cool secret cutscene that you get after a certain amount of these. But man, this... Okay, I think I've reached my thoughts and opinions. I get what they were going for here. They were going for more like a low-key battle theme that isn't too much because you're going to be hearing it so much during the nights. But I mean, this, oh my god, this one song, the one part of that, I'm trying to separate it from like the trauma of doing 1,000 battles for the Shiny Charm because my god, that's way too many. But I just don't think it reaches the heights that any of the other songs do. I don't think it's nearly as good. And I also really didn't like that middle part where it gets really, really high-pitched. That's the first piece of music in this whole game that I listened to that I was like, oh, I didn't like that. That wasn't very nice. So I'm sorry, that's a D. It's got to be a D for me. I don't imagine we'll get many other Ds. Maybe we'll get none at all. But we'll see. The Rogue Mega battle music. Okay, I don't know what this part is. I mean, everyone has their own opinions. This part does not gel with me. I don't know what that was. I don't know what method they used to get that kind of music. I don't know what it's called. That did not gel with me. Jesus. Oh my God. Dude, what the hell was that? What did I just listen to? That was like that was just overstimulation in a song, which I guess is like the point because they're trying to make you overstimulated so you lose the battle. But that was way too much. Like, listen to that while you're trying to dodge 17 different attacks and trying to get your Pokemon to dodge 17 different attacks and also attacking at the same time while gathering Mega Orbs. There's just so much going on. I thought that's what I was playing the game too. I was like, this is cool, but there's like too much going on in this. And I think there's a little bit too much going on in this theme too. Honestly, I wasn't a huge, I really like the start of this theme, and then it kind of just goes a little bit downhill afterwards. It's not necessarily bad, but that was a little too much. I'm probably going to put that, I don't think I would put that as good as the trainer theme. I think, honestly, I'm going to have to put this into D. Because while I did like the start of it, there was a lot of parts that I really didn't like about that. Not to necessarily say it's bad, it's not for me. All right, Rogue Mega Pokemon, and now we're on to Alpha Pokemon. Yo, they do the same thing with this, don't they? Okay, the saxophone and trumpet. The saxophone by itself. They also mix up the order here. It goes clarinet, trumpet, and flute when it didn't last time. And then we have the trumpet. And last but not least, the flute. Okay, so this one is basically a bigger version of the WoW battle theme, and I just love how they get all of these different instruments and they implement all the different instruments, because you would think it would be so easy just make just use one instrument, use like a trumpet, a flute, a saxophone, just use one and have that be it. But they went the extra mile to put all these different like solos, not really a solo, but almost like it. It kind of sounds like it is a little bit. And honestly, I love it. I think it's really sick. I'm going to put this at A. I'm going to put this at A right next to the WoW battle theme because it feels like just like a bigger version of that, which is exactly what it's supposed to be, because the alphas are just a bigger version of the regular Pokemon. So I feel like it fits perfectly. Oh, but now we get onto the trainer themes here. I'm starting with Canari. This theme is a bit weird to me. Like it's fun. It's a very fun theme. I swear, some of that sounded like Take On Me. I swear, a part of it's like da 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 da. I was like, is that? I was like, wait a minute, hold on. But also, a lot of this reminds me so much of like arcade games or NES games, because I could just imagine someone, you know, with their side-scrolling fighting game, like, yeah, try, Hadouken. I could imagine that being like in an arcade game, and you'd be listening to this, or like a really pumped-up version of Tetris. It's definitely super fun. It had some really weird parts to it. I was like, I swear that's Take On Me. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I wouldn't say, I can't say that this is better than the trainer theme. It just has some really interesting parts. As a whole listen, I think I'd put it probably on the same page as the trainer theme there. Not above it. She is a gamer. That is true. All right, next is Corbeau. This is really tough for me. I can't decide whether or not I like this. Like this, I can't decide whether or not I like this part. It almost feels like a little bit too much all at the same time. Like this, I like this part. Like it didn't have me at the start, and then this part rolled around. And this part's good. But this part doesn't grab me. Like I actually, dislike is a strong word. I don't think this grabs me at all. There are like this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this part. This part is not that good. But there is like that one section that is really sick. This is tough. I know a lot of people like this one. I have to be true to my own feelings. Honestly, that one didn't grab me in a way I think it grabs other people. Even though it does have a really cool part in the middle. I think I'm going to probably, just for the cool part, I'm going to bring it from a D up to a C. But that one, I mean, I like Corbeau. I think he's cool. I think he's very sick. I think he's like a kind of an unintentionally funny character. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot in that. And I'm like, I don't know if it needs to be a lot. Like there can be some down moments. Okay, I didn't realize that Zygarde 10%, 50%, and 100% have different themes. And I have no idea what they're going to sound like. So let's give it a listen. Okay, I don't know what that last bit was, really. But, okay, what I really like about this is I feel like this fits 10% Zygarde really well because it feels mythical. It feels like mythical and ethereal. It doesn't feel like it's the full thing, and it's not too hard. It's like, you know there's still more to come after it because he's just a little guy. He's just a little good boy. He's just trying his best. So I feel like it's, for Zygarde 10%, this is probably perfect. I mean, it's not the perfect theme. But for Zygarde 10%, it feels like it is perfect. But I don't know if it's necessarily as good as... I mean, I feel I put it around about where the rival theme was. Like, it feels right. Like, it really does. It feels like it's exactly where it should be. That doesn't make it one of the best songs in the game, but they did a really good job with it. All right, Grisham and Grizel. Oh, this is going to be Team Flare through and through, isn't it? Dude, the way that they start it, the da-na-na-na-na-na-na is so perfect. Like, it's got to be Team Flair's theme, right? But I'm so glad. Oh my God, they made it so good. Like, seriously, this is really sick. And it makes sense too, because this is the only time you'd really hear Team Flair's theme throughout the game. I think there's some other Team Flair members, just like random NPC Team Flair people. But, you know, these two are the strongest trainers that remain, and they deserve to have such a sick theme, like a really hard-going theme, because they are some of the strongest in Lumiose as well. They're like some of the people you fight right before like the end of the game. Oh my God, this is absolutely the best version of Team Flair's theme that has ever existed. And it is, oh my God, I honestly couldn't stop smiling when I was listening to that. Like, the start was, oh my God, mwah, it was perfect. I'm putting that in A. That made me feel really good. I feel like it fits perfectly as well, because they deserve a theme like that, because they are so strong and they're so late in the game. And there's only a couple of them left. It's almost like kind of emotional too, because story reasons, but I really like that. I thought that was really good. I love Ivor as a character. I can't remember what his theme was. I can't remember what his theme was. Oh no, I remember now. Rocky montage beat. Okay, I really like this. I mean, I feel like this is perfect for Ivor because it's super, super, super duper upbeat. Ivor's like a very, I don't want to say he's dumb, but you know, he's kind of like that kind of guy. He's always upbeat. He's always like, he's always got a positive outlook, but it also sounds like, parts of it sound like it could have been in Rocky running up the steps, part of a training montage, and part of the song sounds like it could be in a fighting game as well, which just feels like, this feels like a really perfect theme for the character. And I also really like this theme a lot. I don't know, again, it's something I can't explain. It's the brain wiggles. It tickles the brain just in the right way. So I'm gonna put that in A. I really like that. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh, we get... All right, chat, is it peak time? I don't know, it might not be. It might not be. Maybe it's not peak time yet. Maybe it is peak time. All right, here we go. Jacinthe, does LeBon get her own theme or not? No, I don't think she gets her own theme. All right, here we go. All right, that's one of the... I mean, that's got to be like one of the best themes I've ever heard. It's so sick. And okay, it did get weird at the end. I actually don't like what the direction that they went at the end of that. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but you know what? It actually makes sense for Jacinthe to have this, like, I don't know what to call it. Like I've seen people say electro swing. I honestly don't know anything about music. It sounds like that would be the right way to describe this, but it also has like a 1920s vibe, like the Great Gatsby kind of thing, which makes sense because she feels like a 1920s aristocrat that just kind of gets whatever she wants all of the time, and she's all like dressed up the gills, like full of glitz and glam and all of that, which feels like it fits her really well. I can't see this, like, even though this is a really good theme, I can't think of a different character in this game that would fit this theme better than she does, because it's like super like pompous, it's super like over the top, but it's all like party and glitz and glam and that kind of thing. Dude, I love this. I think this, as soon as I heard this the first time, I was like, damn, this is amazing. That's going in S tier. I'm not going to think too much about that. I really like that. That might be one of my favorite themes in the entire Pokemon franchise. It is so sick. All right, I feel like that comes a little bit later on. We have Zygarde. We have Taunie's last battle. We have the final boss music. Okay, so I feel like Zygarde 50% should be next. Okay, this is definitely also really good. You can see there's, it's like the 10% theme, but there's a bit more going for it, and it has, it's pretty overtly like, it's kind of like a jutting off of the X and Y legendary theme, because you have this part, which is basically just the X and Y theme, or at least it sounds mostly like it. I mean, it's still really good. Is there a way to say that I really like the low-keyness of Zygarde's 10%? Maybe like a bit more than this one. I mean, this one's still really good. It sounds like mysterious and mythical. It fits Zygarde's pretty well because it has like hard parts too. Like it's getting there. You can tell like it's getting there. It's not there just yet, but it is getting there. I would put this, I don't know. I do appreciate like the low-keyness of the 10%. Maybe a bit more than I do this. It's definitely good, but it's weird to put it lower than the 10%, but I mean, you know, not all music has to be specifically better than the next one, even if it just has like a little bit more to it. Like having a little bit less could be potentially better. But I'll put it in C. I'll put it like high C. I'll put it the highest of C, so it's just below the Zygarde. Now, as a wee bit of a palate cleanser here, we have, I didn't realize this, the Mega Pokemon that you battle on the way to, you know, the spoilers. Of course, there's going to be story spoilers in this. The Mega Pokemon that you battle on the way to the tower have their own theme, which I guess I just didn't pick up on when I was playing through the game because I'm a stupid idiot, but let's go. Okay, I really like this. Oh my god. Okay, so this sounds really good because this is like the culmination of everything you've been doing throughout the game. When you team up with all the different characters to take on these like rampaging mega evolutions. So it has that feeling of epicness, but also, I don't know if I'm just like being crazy, but it has a part that almost feels a little bit desperate or a little bit sad because I guess they could try and link into the story. It feels a little bit sad because obviously these Pokemon like don't want to be mega evolved right now. It's probably causing them a lot of pain, and they're just taking the pain out on the closest thing they can find, which is the city and then you guys. But also it's sad because this power has been unleashed because of the mistakes that AZ made thousands of years ago. That's been building and sitting and festering over time. And it's also very intense because a lot of really strong Pokemon are just absolutely destroying the city. I think this is sick. Yeah, the city was actually incredibly durable. It's made of really good like concrete and stuff, so... Yeah, I honestly, this is... Oh, man, this is so much better than the Rogue Mega Evolution. This might be another A. I might be okay. I might be reading too much into this. Like, obviously, like made me talking about sadness because the tower is sad and the power is sad because it's been festering for thousands of years, and you know the mistakes of thousands of years ago are coming back to haunt the city now, and it's really intense because of the pain that's causing to the Pokemon. I might be reading too much into this. I might be, but in my head, it makes sense, and in my head, I really like this song a lot. So I'm gonna put that in A tier. I feel like it's so good for that. They were really good at picking out songs that would work for where like the context. Like I haven't listened to a song yet that felt like it really didn't fit, except for maybe Corbeau's. I feel like Corbeau's is a bit too hard, even though there's like this underlying part of Corbeau's personality, which is like he's actually a really nice guy. Like he's the world's nicest loan shark. But apart from that, yeah, it's all been really good. Next up, we have Taunie's final battle. Honestly, apart from the parts that are like basically just taken directly from the first rival battle theme, I didn't think much of that at all. It was there, I guess. I feel like this could have been so much more. I feel like this could have been so much better. Like I talked about how I thought that all of the songs are really well placed for the characters, like the moments in the game where you listen to it. That was just kind of, this is just kind of there. I probably wouldn't think twice about this if I was listening to this in the game. I'd be like, it would just be in the background. There's not much going on here. And honestly, my favorite parts of this theme were the parts where they just kind of took the original rival battle theme, and they just kind of like insert a section from that into it, where it was like like that was my favorite bit, and that was just kind of the original theme. So I think that could have been so much better. It wasn't particularly standout-ish anyway. It didn't really make me think, oh yeah, this feels like Taunie's last attempt to show that she is as good as you or even better than you. This is a desperate plea for like, I am relevant. I am like the person that should be guiding the story. It just kind of felt like it was there. So I don't know. I'm going to put it into D tier. I feel like that could have been so much more, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. We have 3 themes left, and the first one is the final boss battle music. Oh, that didn't start right at the start. Hold on, let me start at the start. I was wondering what like there was the part of the song, and I was trying to wonder about what it was. I think there's the Lumiose theme. That little, I don't know if it's a flute or like a percussion instrument, or not percussion instrument. There's a little bit that tries to like squeak through there, where it's like da 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 da, but it's like weak, and it almost sounds a little bit out of tune, and it sounds like it's like struggling. And that being the city theme, that's really cool. I think it's really cool that with the loud everything else in the song, there's like a little part of Lumiose that tries to squeak through, but it's getting like drowned out by everything else. It's getting like crushed by everything else. That's really cool. I think that as a whole, there's nothing too much that stands out to me about this, apart from that moment right there. It's like, it's big and epic, but there's no specific part of this song where I can point to. I'm like, whoa, that felt really good in my brain. That was really sick. It's just like, yeah, it's big and it's epic and it sounds probably like it should, but there's like this part. Like that's really cool. I say that is the standout part about this theme, and probably the only part that I really care too much for. So I'm gonna put this in B. Or should I put it in C? Like it had one really, I'm gonna put it in C. It had one really good part, but the rest of it just sounds like generic. This is the last boss. This is, big, imposing, and scary. If there's more to the song, then we can keep listening, but I thought that was kind of like a repeat. I was wondering if there was more to it, because it is a 12-minute long video. I was trying to scan to see if there's any like timestamps for people. It almost sounded like You Say Run a little bit from My Hero. Okay, go to 318. Oh, the Zygarde part. Yeah, okay. This might actually change my mind about this. This might change my mind. This is so much better. Dude, that part sounds like you say Run for My Hero. Okay, the fact that... Is this Ultra Necrozma's theme, by the way? Hold on. This part here. Is that Ultra Necrozma? Because that was really sick. Ultra Necrozma's theme is one of my favorite in the entire franchise. I think it's so sick. It's the XY legendaries, really? Oh no, Ultra Necrozma is da na 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 na. That was the best part of the whole thing here. Dude, Zygarde complete looks like Superman flying around here. Like that was okay, that's improved it for me. That's improved it by quite a bit. That's really sick. I'm gonna bump that up to that's high B now. That's vastly improved it because that was really sick. And also this section here. Okay, dude, that might bump up to an A. Yeah, that might be an A, actually. That was really... I want to check to see if there's, like, a different part at the end where he Mega Evolves. Is that it? Is that, like, a different part of it? Oh man, okay, the end of that, yeah. I think that deserves A tier. The end of that really brought it for me there. That was really sick. That was a really good ending there. I'm glad we went and checked. That was really, that elevated it massively. Well, with that, there are just two themes left. There is the L battle theme and Zygarde 100%. Oh my god, why did it pause? That's so cringe. Did YouTube just do that? I'm sorry about that. I wonder if this is... Does it repeat? I don't know if it continues to go after that. The first time I listened to this, I thought it was kind of weird. I was like, this is not at all what I expected. this is completely different to what I expected. Because I was like, oh, it doesn't really feel like there's any of his original battle theme in it. But I almost think that kind of makes sense, and it is probably for the best that he doesn't have any of his original battle theme, because this is all about, like, redeemed Lysander, and it's a very emotional theme. It's like, but I kind of get it, though, because that's the whole story arc of Lysander in this game, is he's not the same person that he used to be, and he's trying to be better, and he's trying to, like, help instead of hinder, and he's trying to give instead of take now, which I think is cool. And you can even see, like, when he mega evolves as Gyarados, it's like his mega ring is in his pocket, so, you know, like, he doesn't use it regularly. It's not like something he thinks about constantly. He doesn't think about conflict and fighting constantly. I can't remember the specific reason for why he wants to battle you, but it's like, he's kind of done with that. He's done with that part of his life, and he's trying to be better. Because he did try and do genocide on everyone, which is like, it's pretty bad, guys. It's pretty bad. But I really do like this. Because it did, like, it went against what I expected was going to happen. But I think it's for the best. I think, all in all, this is for the best. And I think this is probably A tier. This is really good. I liked it a lot. And you know what? I could feel the fire of your convictions burning deep within your heart. I mean, I don't know. I think Lysander's character, of all of the characters you could try and redeem, Lysander was not one that I thought they could do. And I don't really think he deserves it necessarily. I think it's more of a, this is your punishment for being so evil and horrible, is to spend thousands of years trying to right your wrongs, even if you can't necessarily do it, because the crimes that you committed were so large and so terrible. Like, instead of getting the easy way out, which would him just be to die in the explosion from X and Y, like the worst punishment is to spend thousands of years maybe trying to redeem yourself, even if you can't. Like, you have to make the world better now. That's what you have to do now. Because I don't know if you can necessarily redeem Lysander. I don't know. I don't feel bad for him because he was so horrible. Some people don't necessarily deserve redemption, but it's an interesting character arc when you take someone that doesn't deserve redemption and you kind of force them on a path of good. I do like that arc. I don't think it's used enough, honestly. Usually, the really, really horrible evil people will die. And that's kind of like the easy way out for them. But that was Lysander's theme. I think it was an interesting way that they took the arc there. And I think the fact that he doesn't necessarily remember what he did, because I think there's a part in the game where he talks about having amnesia, and he doesn't really remember what happened when the explosion happened. So he doesn't really remember that he did potentially or tried to do the most terrible thing that you could do. I guess that's part of his character as well, because he's like, is this the same guy that did it? I don't know. It's tough. You're not necessarily supposed to feel bad for him, but it's definitely a very interesting character. And now the last one is 100% Zygarde. Oh, no, YouTube, you're not doing this. No, we're going to start that from the beginning. Can't have it skipping. Can I just say I'm so glad that Zygarde finally got his own theme and Zygarde finally got his own game. It's crazy that they just didn't do Pokemon Z. But now we finally got it. They finally did it. It's only about 12 years late, but this is really sick. It doesn't feel like too adversarial because Zygarde's not really your adversary at any point in the game. He's constantly like trying to get you to succeed. It's like your really, really, really big, strong, godlike friend wants to have like a sparring session with you. This is kind of what it would sound like. Also, Zygarde does aura farm so much. The way he like sometimes just walks towards you. I feel like he should have the cell footsteps sound effect every time that he does it. It feels very much like that. I feel like this is what Zygarde truly deserved at the end of the day. I don't know if it's necessarily like real peak, but it's definitely like A tier. Definitely at least A tier. I'd say like, yeah, top of A tier. If I was to organize this, I'd put... Oh, this is a little hard to organize, actually. Kinda like that. Maybe something like that is how I'd organize A tier. Jacinthe is just like incredible. I don't know how that just came out of nowhere. But that is my organization of what I thought about the themes in Pokemon Legends ZA. And if you want to, you can leave your own opinions and thoughts in the comments section. And I thank you all for joining me. I know there's a lot of people that like to request, like, oh, when are you going to do a theme review? When are you going to do the theme review for all the new games? Because I love doing them and I always do them. So if you like them, then thanks. I appreciate it. And I hope that you like this one as well.